like nature blooms again, right? Your body is designed to come alive, to release built up toxins and restore balance, especially in the spring. Your cells are literally primed for detox and renewal right now. And it's their favorite time of year to clear out the old and make space for vibrant, radiant health. Welcome to the Radiant Health and Wellness community. Throughout each video training and masterclass, we explore perspectives designed to empower you and activate your radiant health, wellness, and vitality. My name is Dr. Beata Harashi, and I created the Radiant Health Protocol, an integrative system utilizing 6 pillars to master your health and wellness from within as you make your body your ally on your journey to optimal well-being. This protocol is the solution for various signs and symptoms, stages of life, diagnoses, and conditions. Join us as we take a deep dive into just one aspect of health and wellness right now. And these episodes are for educational purposes only. Please consult with your physician or a practitioner before making any changes. Let's go. Your journey to radiant health starts here. Welcome everyone to the Spring into Health Masterclass. We are going to show you how to experience true health transformation in as little as one session, even if you've tried diets and supplements and detoxes before and you're still stuck with your health. And my name is Dr. Beata, and it is springtime here in New England, or it's trying to be springtime here in New England. Mother Nature sprinkled some snow a couple days ago. But this season of transformation is so potent. So we want to show you how to harness the season's energy for detox, renewal, and your optimal wellness. So again, welcome. And I want you to know that this is not just another generic, like eat less, move more talk, okay? We're going to dive deep into your body's natural detox cycle, clearing energetic stagnation from winter and aligning with nature's perfect timing for your health. So drop a yes in the chat if you've ever started a health plan full of motivation, right? You were gung-ho about this, you were going to do this, whether it's lose weight or improve your digestion or finally sleep better or have more energy, right? Whatever that was. But then you fell off track a few weeks later. So we talk about the health path, right? We're on the path and then we kind of fall off, right? We take a few steps off and then we might veer off, okay? So drop a yes in the chat if that is you. Or drop a me in the chat if you've tried a whole bunch of things, right? You've tried a bunch of things on your own. Maybe you've tried a bunch of things with a practitioner. Maybe it's a conventional medicine practitioner. Maybe it is even natural practitioners. But again, you still aren't seeing improvement. Something's in misalignment, okay? Drop a me in the chat if that's you. So just a reminder that this session is being recorded and the replay will be shared with all the participants, and it's also being live streamed on Facebook. And what is shared in the chat, so those of you that jump on live with me in the chat on Zoom, you can go ahead and comment and include your insights and your experiences. But what goes into that chat stays in the chat, okay? And just please share as much or as little as you feel comfortable with. And you can be on or off camera if you're on Zoom with me, but just please mute until asked to unmute for sections to share. And as always, this masterclass is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not medical advice. And please consult with your physician or a practitioner before making any changes. So let's go ahead and jump into the depths with this, right? And so my name is Dr. Beata, for those who aren't familiar with me, and I'm so excited to be here with you because this that we're going to go through today and all of my masterclasses, this isn't just what I teach, it's what I've lived. And I'm here because I've walked through the struggle and I found a better way. And I'm going to share more about my journey and my background and my story, because I think it'll help you understand the importance of this and how this can also help you make a profound shift in your health and a lasting transformation. All right, does that sound good with you? Go ahead and put a yes in the comments if you're ready to go. So over a decade ago, and honestly, I've actually had over 2 decades of experience in healthcare, but over a decade ago is when I've professionally started working. And I've been helping, people heal with holistic approaches for years. And I even had all the credentials. I have a doctorate in physical therapy. I have a residency completed, a fellowship with the American Academy of Orthopedic Manual Physical Therapists. Yes, that is a mouthful. I have backgrounds in nutrition and psychology, and I started my own practice, Radiant Health and Wellness. But before I started my practice, my private practice, this is the truth, that all that medical and schooling and background and knowledge that I had, it actually didn't prepare me for my greatest challenge. And so in this picture, you can see me graduating with my doctorate from UConn. Go Huskies, for those of you from Connecticut or that are big basketball fans, right? And I thought I knew it all in this picture. Guess what? I did not. And that's why this approach is so different, because it's not just from textbooks. It's not just from something I learned in school. It's an integrated combination of personal experience with myself and now years of working with clients as well. So everything changed when my daughter came into this world, my beautiful daughter, and had lots of health challenges. And I had a health crisis as well. And so this crisis that brought to light so many issues changed everything, okay? I tried everything that I knew because I was so excited to be a mom, right? As the majority, right, of us are. But when my daughter had multiple issues come up, colic, reflux, eczema, digestive issues, food allergies, a vaccine injury, as a health professional at the time, who honestly at the time I didn't realize I was just dabbling in holistic health, I felt completely helpless. And I tried everything, right, that the textbooks recommended. We were on special diets. I tried supplements. We tried elimination protocols, but we just weren't getting better. And it's really challenging, right, when you are going through this, and especially if it's your child. But have you ever felt this way, where you're like following all the experts and you're living in survival mode and you feel like you're broken, you feel the inflammation, you feel exhausted, and you're carrying this weight of trying to heal? And you think that you're doing all the right things, right? But nothing's helping. So I actually did write a book about our experience called Breastfeeding Bliss. For anyone interested, it's on Amazon, and I also have more information on my website. But that was how everything was born. It blossomed from this experience. And through the process, right, of healing my daughter, at that moment, when I felt like I exhausted all options, I hit rock bottom. And I remember this turning point where it was one night. In the middle of the night, my daughter was waking up like every 20 minutes, screaming in pain. I was so sleep deprived from months of this. I was anxious. I was worried. I was absolutely exhausted. I felt alone in this. We just didn't have answers. We didn't have anyone guiding us or showing us the way, right? I remember like in this dark room, trying to get her back to sleep, breastfeeding her, and just tears streaming down my face. And I just felt completely broken. And nothing was working. And I felt like I was just carrying this invisible weight of exhaustion, frustration, and overwhelm that I couldn't put down. Like, no matter what, it's my daughter, right? This is our life. This is our daily experience. I couldn't put this down. I had to do something. And that was my dark night of the soul. Out of pure desperation, I just surrendered. I surrendered, and I experienced what I can only describe as a profound spiritual awakening. Something that shifted everything inside of me. Every cell in me shifted and activated, and I intuitively tapped into something deeper. And in that moment, I tapped into my intuition. my mama instinct and intuition that I was trying to shut down so hard for months. I let go of the rules, right? The rules of society, what family members were, friends were expecting, all the shoulds I was putting on myself. If you know what I'm talking about, right? Where I should do this, I should do that, right? We should all over ourselves. I let go of it all. And I started tapping into this inner wisdom. I started trusting, and that is when everything changed. So through following that intuition, I started receiving divine guidance. And we were already searching for practitioners. We already went to a bunch of specialists, and we just weren't really able to get the help that we needed. But this time it was different. I reached out for help, but I found mentors that actually could help us, that actually knew what was going on. And I just remember this one session particularly, it literally hit me like a lightning bolt. Like I felt chills going through my whole body. It was in one of our sessions with one of our practitioners, and I actually dive deeper into this in the actual holistic detox program, but I'll give you a little sneak peek, right? She said something that just, my practitioner activated something in me. And again, I felt it throughout my whole body. And I went home that night and I could not sleep. I could not sleep. Even though my daughter was actually sleeping, I couldn't sleep because this overcame me. And I had to go on, on Dr. Google and start searching all the things about this. And it hit me that both my daughter and my body are health issues. We were holding on to emotional, energetic blocks that no amount of physical intervention could touch. And it shed light to this aspect that what was going on with us wasn't just physical. It was trapped emotions. It was limiting beliefs. It was misalignments and energetic blocks that created the perfect storm that was preventing true healing. And again, no matter what we do physically, if this isn't in alignment and this isn't flowing, if our energy isn't able to flow and move in the way that it's supposed to, healing can't occur. Or we'll get like a certain amount of healing and then it stops. Put a 1 in the comments if this totally clicks for you and you're like, yes, I get this. Or put a 2 in the comments if this is kind of new for you. Because again, in this moment, this was new for me. That one practitioner who then became a wonderful mentor of mine, she was the one who kind of, well, actually, years ago, I was introduced to it by my fellowship mentor. He was amazing and started planting these seeds that started to blossom as like the journey progressed. Again, talk about divine guidance. Everything fell into place beautifully. But with this energy work, right, I was always a little like skeptical. I was a little unsure of it. I didn't know if I believed it or not. But again, once you experience it and like you feel it go through your body where every cell is like screaming like, oh my gosh, that's why I could not sleep that night. I was so like in depth, like I went into the depths of this because it resonated so hard for me. Right? So if you're a 2 where you're like, this is new for me, I'm not quite sure what to think of this. If you can just have an open mind and be open to having an experience, then wonderful. That's all we need. We just need an open mind. We don't need to be totally in, I'm always like, ask questions, kind of thing. Like that's my thing, ask and, have a little bit of skepticism is good. Essentially, that's what I'm saying. And listen to your body. When you feel something and you know the truth is in you, in your heart, in your soul, follow that instinct. Okay, that's what changed everything for me. So what ended up happening through the experience, right? Because this was happening over years, right? We had a long journey because it took years for us to work all this out. But this realization of like the energetic components, the emotional components, the belief components, through the years, I worked with different mentors, I took courses, and I really dove into this work. And a few years ago, I actually went to visit my friend Jenna down in Florida. I had, 2 days off. So I was like, I'm going on a mini vacation. And she was working during the day. So what I would do is I would go hang out on the beach until she got off of work. And then we would hang out. And again, I was just expecting to relax on the beach and kind of have this nice little getaway. And then something came, again, divine guidance like came in, and I was sitting on the beach and I received this practice, this technique. And I said, you know what? I'm going to roll with this and I'm going to create what I now call a mini retreat for myself. And this wasn't just like goal setting or journaling or visioning. I combined just intuitively all these tools from other courses with divine guidance and inspiration. And I created what I now call the radiant energy techniques. And some of these techniques I actually started using when I first opened my private practice with my first clients, when I was, just starting with guidance calls and all of the good things. That was when I was primarily just working with breastfeeding moms. And this built upon that and created like this system, this way of using energy in ways that I've never heard of or experienced before. And so these radiant energy techniques have now been such a crucial part of my protocol, because it's a new way to unlock healing from the inside out. Is that something that resonates to you and speaks to your soul? Put a yes in the comments if you're feeling this. Okay. So there was this shift that changed everything. So when I was on that beach, right, and I was going through my own mini retreat, it actually shocked me because I felt an energetic shift with those techniques, but it didn't just last for, the hour that I was on the beach. And it didn't just change how I felt. It transformed how my body responded to everything else that I was doing for my health. It changed how my body received healing, how it was able to receive healing from physical tools, from emotional tools, from energetic tools, from spiritual tools. And the only way that I can describe it is it's almost like if there was a dam and it was removed, so now the river could just flow. Okay, it was this block that I was feeling. And I realized that this was the missing piece, that this was in this health puzzle that we were in. This was something that no one was really talking about. Again, I had mentors and I had courses, but no one really put the two together. And it's really the fact that true healing starts with an energetic shift before you change a single thing about your diet or your lifestyle. Does that resonate with you? Have you ever thought of it that way? So let's think about this. Let's think about a time that you were successful in making a change. And this could have been for your health. It could have been for a project, for your business, right? Or your career, or, something that even, something at home, maybe a project. And we felt that it was maybe overwhelming or a lot of work, or we weren't quite sure if we could do it or not, right? But can you tap into that feeling before you started doing the things that you had this resolve deep in you? You had this shift happen in you where you're like, no, like this is going to happen. And I remember this clearly multiple times throughout my life. But one time in particular, for those who have been around for a while, that earlier on, I was on this weight loss journey and I kept yo-yoing back and forth and all these things. And, now it's just effortless. I don't count calories. I don't, go into any of that. I don't, obsess over food or anything like that. Like I eat a lot, actually. Most people are surprised by it, but I maintain a natural, healthy weight for me without trying. And there's a lot of aspects that go into that, which, we'll talk a little bit more in the holistic detox program as well. But so think about that, right? That time when it actually clicked, I remember shifting into like energetically, like, no, like I'm not going to do this anymore. Like, this is me. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to be fit. And this is the person that I am. This is the identity that I am. And there's this shift that happens. So can you think of a time when you did something that was hard? Again, it could have been health-wise, it could have been business-wise, or, career-wise, it could have been, home-wise, parenting-wise, relationship-wise, right? Either even getting into, a healthier relationship, or, whatever it was. Can you tap into that feeling of this energetic shift that happened in you before you actually did it? Okay. Put a 1 in the comments if you remember that, if you can feel that. And so that's exactly what happened, is that after experiencing this transformation myself, I began incorporating these techniques with my clients. So again, I was actually using some of them just intuitively years before, when I was starting my private practice. But after this experience on the beach, everything kind of came together, like the pieces came together. And so I began doing mini retreats with clients, and I even did them in person. So the picture that you're seeing is from, or the pictures are from, an in-person retreat that I did at the Bridge Healing Arts Center in Farmington. They're fantastic. If you're close by, definitely check out their offerings. And now I'm doing them online as well. But I started incorporating this, and the results were incredible. People who had been stuck for years suddenly experienced breakthroughs. Chronic conditions improved, energy returned, and they finally felt like themselves again. And this happened through all sorts of people, right? With different issues, different challenges they were working through. And everyone left that retreat, and every retreat that I've done, a different person. Because when your energy shifts, everything changes. And some feel a bigger shift, and some feel more subtle shift. But it definitely changes you. And so that's the thing, when you go through the holistic detox process or the wellness by design process, that's another one that I have, any of these, like, you literally leave a different person. So with this approach, you get this return of vitality and energy, and you get this deep sense of alignment and self, like alignment with authenticity of you. And not like the mask that you put on for other people, but authentically you on a deep level. And again, when we're talking about this experience, it wasn't just health that transformed. So it was also, right? It was people changed careers, or like totally like revamped their careers. Some people switched total business models. Other people had a huge health breakthrough, multiple health breakthroughs, and everything from weight loss to mental health to fertility, to digestion. Like, these techniques are unbelievable and incredible when you see this happening, but then it spills over into the rest of your life. Right? It spills over into relationships. It spills over into how you show up in the boardroom, in the, on the camera, if you're an entrepreneur doing online things. It spills over into how you parent. It spills over into your social life. It spills over into your finances, etc. Your entire quality of life shifts when we do this. And it's not really complicated, but it is powerful. And once you learn these skills, you have them for a lifetime. So today I'm going to share exactly how this process works so that you can experience the same transformation in your own life. And when we really look at this, right, health and wellness, these are the threads that holds together and affect all aspects of our life. So this goes, again, beyond just physical health or emotional health or mental health. This goes into energetic and spiritual health, your relationships, your love relationships, your family life, your parenting, your social life, your friends, your business, your career, your finances, your intellectual life, right? How much are you studying? How excited are you to learn new things, to apply things, personal development, personal growth, and overall quality of life. So if you have a health challenge, I invite you to take a moment and just consider, like, how is this affecting my life? Because this process that I'm going to work through with you is applicable to any health challenges, especially chronic ones. So if you have, again, digestive issues that are having you running to the bathroom and you feel, embarrassed and you need to know where the bathroom is, like I've been there, and I know how that affects how you feel in social environments and work environments, et cetera, and family life, right? Versus, again, is it weight that you don't feel comfortable in your own body, that you feel, you don't want to show up on camera or in front of people, or, you may be embarrassed to, be naked with your partner, or, whatever it is. Like, this affects so many layers. It affects so many things. And again, I've been there too. So I know, mental and emotional health affects everything, right? How you show up on a daily basis, your daily experience. So many aspects. So can you tie in your health challenge to how it's really affecting your whole life? Because in reality, it is. So with all this, right, I want you to know that there is hope. And are you ready to blossom in your health and wellness journey? Put a yes in the comments if you are. And so if you've ever felt like overwhelmed by all the advice, frustrated by slow or no progress, like you've tried everything, but you still feel stuck, this is the perfect time for you to transform, especially in this spring season. So just like the flowers are blooming, right? And the trees are starting to get their buds going, right? It's time for your health to bloom too. So in the chat, go ahead and put in what's your biggest health challenge that's been holding you back from flourishing, right? What's your personal biggest health challenge? And on the right here is a picture of the Radiant Health Protocol. And this is a picture of a tree up top with the roots down below. And when you see that tree, right, the branches and the leaves, these are all the different ways, all the different signs and symptoms or conditions that can show up for you. And there's many more. I could only fit so much on this picture without totally overwhelming you, right? But being overweight or obese, right? Food allergies, autoimmunity, hormonal issues, pregnancy and breastfeeding challenges, cancer, chronic pain and fatigue, digestive and GI disorders, heart conditions, diabetes, skin conditions, baby colic, eczema, reflux, right? That affects the whole family, not just baby. Fertility challenges, autism, anxiety and mental health, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many more things I could put on there. So, right, those are all the different ways and so many more that it could present for you. But then when we look at the bottom, the root causes of all of these symptoms are actually the same. So we go on one side of gut health, and that includes holistic nutrition. So how are you nourishing your mind, body, and soul? And integrative detoxification. That's what this masterclass is focusing on, and the holistic detox program, because detox is more than physical, which we're going to dive into in a moment. And gut health is really healing and sealing your gut wall lining and rebalancing your microbiome. And this changes everything for chronic health conditions. And then on the other side is emotional energetics. And what this is understanding how your emotions and the energies of those emotions work with your body, with your experiences, with your daily life, and how they manifest in physical conditions, as well as nervous system regulation. So when our nervous system is dysregulated in fight or flight, when we're stressed and we're worried all the time, we can't even access healing. So we could be doing all the things on this side with our gut health, with our nutrition, but if our nervous system is dysregulated, it's not going to do much. And then decoding the body. So understanding what our body is telling us, right? Understanding the signs and symptoms and tapping into that innate wisdom that we're going to touch on today as well as using tools such as divine muscle testing, which is an advanced form of kinesiology for those who are familiar with that. But it's using your body's innate wisdom and knowing and intuition to know what is in my best and highest good to eat today, to how do I exercise today, et cetera, et cetera. So this is an overview, a quick overview of the protocol, and that we're going to be working through together aspects of this. And we're going to start having you experience a little bit of it as well. So one of the ways that we're going to do this is with a dance break. So we're going to awaken our physiology. And this is a fantastic way to, one, shift your energy and to also regulate your nervous system. So this is such a fantastic tool that I use. And we're going to use one of my favorite songs, Pocket Full of Sunshine by Natasha Bedingfield. And this just speaks spring energy to me, right? I've got a pocket full of sunshine. I gotta love that I know that it's all mine. And I'm talking about your own love, okay? Tap into your own love within. Do what you want, but you're never gonna break me, right? I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not a singer. But what I am gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and pull up the YouTube video, and we're gonna have a 30-second dance break. Yes, we are. So I invite all of you to go ahead and stand up, move your body in the ways that feel good to you. Let me This is your escape, okay? This is how we are going to transform your health this spring and beyond, right? This is the starting point for you. So that's a great song. If you ever need like positive, high vibe song just to switch your mood, get you going for the day, especially in the spring, go ahead and turn that song on, do a little dance break, shift your physiology. Now we're going to use another fantastic tool if my mouse will work. Okay, here we go. So this is something called the dragon breath, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're going to use our breath to start, again, activating our physiology. And what we're gonna do is you're going to breathe in and out through your nose quickly. So it's going to be a quick exhale. And you're going to imagine like you're a dragon and there's smoke coming out of your nose. What we're also going to do is you're going to move your body with this. So your arms are going to be up overhead, your hands are open. And so what you're going to do is on the exhale, you're going to close your hands, you're going to pull the energy down and exhale quickly like so. Okay, and we're going to go up. So that's what it looks like. What we're going to do is 30 repetitions of that. And then we're going to take a break and we're going to do that 3 times. And each time I'm going to guide you to feel into your body, to feel that shift, to feel your energy starting to awaken right now. And so again, breathwork is a fantastic tool. This is just one strategy that I'm showing you now that you can have for a lifetime. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to keep count. So don't worry about keeping count or anything like that. And ready, arms up overhead, ready, and go. Quick exhales. And you can slowly relax. You can close your eyes. You can rest your hands palm up on your thighs and your legs. And just tap into your body. Feel yourself here, present in the now moment. Feel your heart beating a little faster and maybe your breath speeding up a little bit. Can you feel that blood pumping through your body? Just feel yourself here in the now. All right, so we're going to go for our second round. Same thing, and arms up overhead, ready, and go. Good, and you could slowly relax, rest those arms palm up. Feel your heart beating, your blood circulating through your body. Feel your breath. Feel yourself here in this now present moment. And you can even feel maybe even a little energy traveling throughout your body, a little tingle, a little buzz. Just observe it, no judgment with any of this, just observation. Just feeling yourself present in the now moment. All right, and let's go for one last set. So arms up overhead, ready and go. Good, and same thing, go ahead and rest those arms, palm up. Feel the energy moving throughout your body. Feel your blood pumping, your heart beating, your breath. Feel yourself present in this now moment, your body resting on the chair or whatever you're sitting on. If you're standing, feel your feet firmly planted to the floor. Feel that energy traveling throughout your body. Let's just take a deep breath in. So in through the nose and into the belly. And a nice long exhale. And then you can slowly open your eyes when you're ready. So again, this dragon breath is a fantastic way to awaken your body, right? Awaken your physiology, get you pumped and ready for the day or the project or whatever you have to do. This is a fantastic way to start your morning, to get things going, to start a meeting, right? We use a lot of these tools in our programs, in our live office hours and mastermind program. So these are fantastic tools that I want to give to you and have you experience yourself as well, because you can feel it. What did you feel with this dragon breath? Go ahead and put it in the comments. Could you feel the energy coursing through? Could you feel the difference in your breath, in your heart, in your blood circulating? So we are getting ready, right, to spring into radiant health. Okay, this is what this masterclass is all about. So we're going to use key elements from the Radiant Health Protocol and Radiant Energy Techniques. And I'm going to guide you through a simple but powerful process designed to help your body bloom into its next level of vitality. Because let's be honest, right? When our health is off, everything feels harder. But what if this spring you could shift the script? Reclaim your energy, clarity, and joy, and finally feel like you again. Is that what you want? Go ahead and put yes in the comments. Now, this process is a total game changer. And let me know, like, are you open to seeing what's possible for your health and your life? Go ahead and put a yes in the chat. Because ultimately, right, we talked about how our health and wellness affects our entire lives. Our greatest wealth is health. When we are healthy, when we are vibrant and full of energy, we can tackle anything. We can do anything. And I also want to mention that do stay to the end. So, and also those who may just be tuning in live on Facebook, make sure that you go ahead and register for the replay, because you are going to get bonus resources with that. And if you hop on live, you're also going to get a special bonus at the end. But so through this spring reset masterclass, right, we're going to help you understand why you keep falling off track with your health, or why like things haven't worked for you yet. And more importantly, you'll walk away feeling energized, aligned, and clear on your next steps to move forward in your health journey with confidence. So this is your season, right? Spring is the season to reset, to release, and to rise. So take this opportunity and play full out, participate, and experience it yourself. So I wanted to introduce myself again quickly, a little bit fuller, but my name is Dr. Beata, and I am not your typical doctor. So I have a doctorate in physical therapy, and the beauty in that is that I have the background, right? The healthcare background, the medical background, the training, did residency, fellowship, but I was never indoctrinated in this idea that I need to prescribe, right, a certain pill for a certain sign or symptom. And that honestly is a saving grace, because that is not what I do. We look at the whole body. We look at the root causes. We look at a whole body approach, a mind, body, soul approach. And with this, where did my slides go? Oh boy. All right. I'm jumping all over the place. I'm back. So with this, again, personal experience with my background, with all the personal experience, and now working with clients for many years, I've co-created the Radiant Health Protocol with Divine Inspiration. And this is a transformative approach to help you master your health from the inside out and to have your body as your ally. And it's built on, again, two pillars: gut health and emotional energetics that we went through earlier. And these are there to uncover and resolve the true root causes of health challenges. And this works at a quantum level. So, this gut health side is more the physical side. This right side is more the emotional energetic side, but they blend together and they are seamless. So when we talk about integrative detoxification, which again, we're going to dive deeper into today and with the Holistic Detox program, it's not just physical detox, it's emotional and energetic detox as well. And it's bringing those two that is so unique and different than anything I've seen out there. So by aligning your body and mind this way, you get complete mastery over your health. So you don't have to worry about your health any longer. A sign or symptom pops up and you know what to do. You know how to support yourself or your child. And this is the confidence and clarity and radiant vitality I want all of you to have. And just a quick, background of my journey, because I've been through a lot as well in my years. So again, in that top left corner is me starting off, graduating from UConn with my doctorate, thinking I knew it all, but I really didn't. And even now, like, I don't know it all. I'm still learning. This is the beauty of this, that there's no end to it. And I am full of humility because I discover more and learn more as I go on this journey more and more. And so in this picture, with the lay, that was me in college. Like, I struggled with losing and gaining weight up and down. I had a lot of digestive issues. I had a lot of anxiety. I had quite a few things, right? And so this picture is specifically from my Break Free Weight Loss course. But now, this picture was taken not too long ago, and I don't count calories. I don't worry about like macros or anything like that. I eat intuitively, and I know I know how to tap into my body and recognize what is in my best good. Like, what does my body crave right now? And that craving's like donuts, right? But what is nutrient wise? What is my body craving? How do I give it that and feel abundant, right? I'm not like restricting, because I did a lot of that in that left picture where I restricted, right? And this is the difference that this energetic shift makes, because now I don't worry about my weight. It just naturally is healthy and it maintains without me trying. It's effortless. And then obviously with my daughter, all the challenges that we went through, and again with clients. So, I've worked with people with all sorts of challenges. And that's the beauty of the Radiant Health Protocol, is that it addresses so many, right? Those root causes address so many of those signs and symptoms up above. So, this particular person had Crohn's, which is an autoimmune condition, back pain, and they, had lots of other digestive issues that we were working through. And again, it affected her whole life. So now she's got her life back. She can spend her time with her family. She can be that much better at work. She can just be herself and enjoy herself instead of being in pain all the time and having all of these signs and symptoms. And I want you to know that this isn't just an isolated case. There's multiple and countless ones that have had an experience and a transformation. So I want you to know that it is possible for you too. And again, this is just that picture of the Radiant Health Protocol, all the different signs and symptoms and more that I couldn't fit on here, but the root causes are all the same. When we distill it down to gut health and emotional energetics and work with them integratively in a quantum fashion, everything changes, and it can change for you too. So now let's talk about tapping into nature's, renewal time, right? Like this spring, this is your body's natural time to reset and refresh. And same thing, your body has natural renewal systems. So our digestion, our lymphatics, our detox pathways, after months of winter, right, where we're not as active, where we're indoors more, where our energy is just a little lower in general, everything starts to wake up. And just like nature blooms again, right? Your body is designed to come alive, to release built up toxins and restore balance, especially in the spring. Your cells are literally primed for detox and renewal right now. And it's their favorite time of year to clear out the old and make space for vibrant, radiant health. All right. And so this is aligning with our nature's perfect timing, right? Because again, season is the spring of growth. And by syncing these health practices with this seasonal energy, you can transform your health on a like a bell curve, right? It goes so much faster, it accelerates when we pair up with our seasons. And again, we want to clear out winter's stagnation, right? And it could be emotionally, mentally, physically, and energetically. And again, we want to activate our body. We've been in hibernation mode, right? Especially in the Northeast this year, winter was long and it's ready to cleanse, refresh, and heal because your body wants to thrive this season. It wants to, it's begging to. Let's help it do that. So again, if you haven't signed up for the free masterclass yet, go ahead and just click the link and sign up. You're going to get bonus resources, the full replay, and other special little things sprinkled in there. So let's talk about why spring is the perfect time for a reset. So when we're looking at our biology, okay, we have to look at our systems that our body has. So there's a natural rhythm reset, right, with our circadian rhythm even. So when there's more sunlight, there's more energy, motivation, and we get a metabolic boost. So how many of you have ever experienced like the winter weight where you put on a couple extra pounds in winter and then it comes off, or sometimes it doesn't, right? It might not come off after the winter. And that's because you're not taking advantage of this energy because our body is wired for that change right now. And this is science, right? It's not just something like made up, but our body is deeply connected to the natural light dark cycles or our circadian rhythm, right? And the rhythms don't just impact sleep, that's what they're most known for, but they also regulate digestion, hormone production, detoxification, immune function, and even things like neurotransmitters, right? And how our mental states are. Like how many of you have experienced the winter blues before? That's why, like it's literally seasonal in our biology to work with that. So in winter, when there's less sunlight and colder temperatures, we actually have more melatonin production. So we get a little sluggish and we have slower metabolism. But when spring arrives and daylight increases, your body naturally shifts. We get more serotonin, more dopamine, and more metabolic activity. Our body wants us to move, we get more motivation, and it's the perfect time to detox. And then when we talk about our liver and our other detoxification pathways, and this is even from traditional Chinese medicine, right? Spring is associated with the liver and gallbladder, which are so crucial for detoxification, digestion, emotional flow, right? Clearing those stagnant blocks and stagnant energy. And even modern science shows that our liver enzymes actually become more active with seasonal diet and light changes. So our body reacts to sunlight, okay? And this is why spring is an optimal time to support your detox. And then there's our gut microbiome, and that responds to seasonal shifts. So for those who aren't familiar, the gut microbiome are trillions of microorganisms that live within our digestive system or our gut. And our gut bacteria actually shift with the seasons. So studies show that your microbiome composition adapts based on the foods that you eat and the environment. So spring foods naturally help diversify the microbiome. They support digestion, immunity, and elimination. So they're so crucial. And then there's lymphatic flow. So lymph is our system. It is literally like our garbage disposal system of our body. So our lymph, when we have warmer weather and we move more, we actually increase our lymphatic circulation and we stimulate lymph flow. And that's the key for clearing cellular waste and toxins. Our cells are begging for this to move out, okay? Our cells are ready for a cellular renewal, a rejuvenation. So your body literally starts flushing things out more effectively when you're active. And spring, again, invites that shift. So overall, spring is just biologically and energetically a time of renewal, elimination, and rebalancing. Your cells are ready, your body is ready, and your detox organs are going to be more responsive, and your energy systems are waking up to support forward momentum. So it is so crucial to do this. Now, I also want to add that when we talk about detox, we're not talking about like this supplement detox, which, I've seen clients come to me with and other things like that. We're talking about working with your innate detox pathways. Like we mentioned, your liver, your gallbladder, your lymph, your digestive system, your skin. There's so many ways that we can support your detoxification on a deep level. And your body is ready now. This is your season of renewal. And again, if you haven't signed up for the free masterclass yet, go ahead and sign up at the link below, and you'll be able to get this full replay. You'll get all the resources and bonuses in your inbox. So now I want to take a moment, because we may want to do things, right? We see the end result, right, where we want to be, but we really need to get to the heart of our transformation. Like, what is our why? What's truly driving us to make this change? What's your desire, right? And what's the deeper reason beyond that desire? So there's a seven layer process that I work you through. And that's one of the bonuses that you're going to get when you sign up for the free masterclass. So make sure that you register at the link below to get that. And, then we have to think of, like, what if nothing changes? Because we need to get clear on our why, right? And then we need to think, like, what if nothing changes? So if you don't take action today, where will you be in 5 years, in 10 years, or even 20 years? How will your health, energy, and overall quality of life be affected? I saw this, I think it was a reel. Yeah, I think it was a reel. And it was like, in your 80s, you can be playing with your grandkids. You can be, doing push-ups. You can be mentally sharp. You can be emotionally healthy, have a great relationship with your family members, have a social life, right? But that doesn't start in your 80s. That starts 20 years before, 40 years before, right? And so what you're doing now is going to transform your future health. It's going to not just health. We're talking about your entire quality of life, your entire daily experience. This is now. This is when it starts. So think about that. Like, what if you just don't do anything? Because I bet if you've had some health challenges, right? You've dabbled in things, you've tried a couple things, and like it hasn't really worked. And like, what if nothing changes? What if you just keep dabbling and like nothing really happens? Right? How is that going to affect you in the future? Versus if you really do this, right? If you're like, I'm going to do this energetic shift, and I'm going to detox, and I'm going to take care of my body, and I'm going to start understanding what it means, and I'm going to start healing my gut health, all these things, right? How is that going to change your life? Imagine how it would feel to feel your best every day, to wake up full of energy, ready to go. How would that impact your energy throughout the day, your relationships, your confidence, your purpose in life, right? How you show up in the boardroom or on camera or for your kids, for your partner. It changes everything, right? And then why is this a must right now? Not just something you should do, right? We talked about shoulds already. We should all over ourselves all the time. But why is this something you must do? Why is your health important to you now? What's at stake if you don't make a shift now? But what becomes possible if you do? Right? What if you transformed your health this spring? What possibility opens up for you? And again, we're just touching on this briefly, but this is what I found with clients, that when people are really clear on their why, they're the ones who are successful, because we're all going to have obstacles. We're all going to have things that want to take us off that health path, right? We're going to take a step off here and there. But the difference is we're not going to veer off and like end up in Neverland is coming to my mind, right? We want to stay on that path. And this is all about the bridge, okay? So I always talk about, like, we have this idea, we want to be healthy, we want to lose weight, we want our digestion to be better, we want to heal from a diagnosis, whatever it is, right? This is the wanting phase. But then there's a bridge that needs to bring us into reality. This is that bridge. This masterclass is your bridge. This is your opportunity to step onto the bridge and experience it, and then go through the process, the holistic detox process and beyond, right? Depending on what you need. Each person needs different things. This is your opportunity to get on that bridge from wanting to reality. I'm here for you, and I'm here presenting this to you for those people where it's going to click. It's not going to click for everyone, but if it's clicking for you, put yes in the comments. Affirm it to yourself that you are ready for this change. And again, make sure you register for the full free masterclass, because you're going to get an even deeper dive into these practices, because this is what makes the difference. And if anyone obviously wants to share their experience or any insights that have come through for them so far, please go ahead, put it in the chat. Go ahead, put it in the comments. And I will, especially on Facebook, I'll go back and read all of that as well and respond. You can also send me a DM on Facebook. However, I am not as responsive on there. It takes me a while to get to my DMs, but what you can do is you can actually register for the free masterclass, and there's going to be emails that come through. You can reply to those emails. I check my email really regularly, so email is the best way to reach me. And if you don't feel comfortable posting something publicly, you can put it in an email and just reply directly to me. I check all of them personally, and I will reply personally as well. All right, so now let's talk about the energetic foundation. And actually, let's go back one slide, because this is a concept that's really important. When we're talking about our why, let's go back to here, right? Just take a moment to acknowledge, right? Like, what are the challenges that you're having? You're having maybe skin issues, digestive issues. Maybe you can't sleep. Maybe your energy is like in the dumps, right? Maybe you just don't feel well emotionally and mentally. You have a lot of anxiety or depression, right? Maybe you are ready to lose this weight, okay? Just think of where you are, and think of the things that you've tried already. So maybe you've tried a diet and it lasted a week or two, or maybe you tried to start working out at the beginning of the year and that lasted like a month and now it's fizzled out, right? So take an honest idea of what you've tried and the results that you've gotten so far with that. Right? And a lot of people, if you want to put it in the comment in the chats, you can, like, what have you tried? Is it diet changes? Is it supplements? Is it, like, let me know. What are the things that you've tried in there? Versus, what do you want your results to look like? That weight loss, do you want to be stuck here? Or do you want to be here with your weight loss? With your digestive conditions and issues, do you want to be here? Or do you want to be here and be resolved and living your life? With your sleep, do you want to be still struggling? Or do you want to be sleeping like a baby? Well, I shouldn't say that, because not all babies sleep well, and I know that personally. But do you want to be sleeping like a rock, right? And waking up feeling rejuvenated and refreshed and not groggy? Maybe it is depression and anxiety. Like, do you want your mental health to be here, or do you want it to be here? This is your opportunity to really check in and acknowledge where you're at, what you've tried, what the results are, versus what you might want those results to look like. Feel into that inside. And so now we're going to start talking about the energetic foundation. And this is literally the shift that your body has been waiting for. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried, again, a new diet, a supplement regimen, or even like a cleanse or a detox protocol? And you might have felt better for a little while, right? But then your symptoms return a few weeks later, or again, we get off the path of like the diet or the workout plan or the supplements, or even we're taking the supplements and we're just not seeing an improvement. I see that very often. Supplements, you're going to get a bonus training on supplements when you register, because there's a big myth about supplements that I debunk. And that's something that is going to be important for everyone to get as well. So this happens because most health approaches are missing a foundational piece. And it's the fact that the energetic shift needs to happen first before any physical change can truly take hold. So I mentioned earlier, like that time when you were successful in something, there was an energetic shift that happened that allowed you to be successful, that allowed you to stick with something, that allowed you to do the work, even when it was hard, even when there were obstacles in your way. Because all of you have been successful at something hard at some point in your life. You have. Again, pull up that picture, that experience. You have, and you can be successful with your health too. But when we get that energetic shift, oh my gosh, everything changes. And again, so think about it like this. If you're trying to grow a garden in soil that's full of rocks and debris and like there's barely any sand and it's just like rock after rock, it doesn't matter like how good of seeds you buy or how much you water them. They simply can't thrive, right? They're not going to be able to like grow in those rocks. You need to clear the ground first. You need to clear the blockages. And then your plants can thrive. As someone who used to have a huge garden before we moved and life happened, right? I mean, I know this very well from firsthand experience, that we need to set ourselves up for success, just like we need to set the garden up for success. Your body works the same way. When you're carrying energetic blocks, whether they're from past trauma, limiting beliefs, emotional stagnation, it's like having your foot on the brake while your health efforts are pushing on the gas. So you're like trying really hard, but the energetic blocks are breaking you. You can rev the engine all you want, but you're not going anywhere fast. And this is why this matters so much. Your energetic body is the blueprint for your physical body. So ancient healers have known this for thousands of years, but modern medicine has really ignored this truth. When your energetic body is blocked or misaligned, right, in misalignment, it creates resistance to healing on the physical level. This is why you can do all the right things and still feel stuck. The good news is that once you know how to create this energetic shift, everything else becomes easier. Your body can finally receive and integrate all the healthy things that you're doing. And this is a practical approach that addresses the root cause of why your health efforts haven't worked in the past. And this is, again, where my radiant energy techniques come in. We work on clearing these blocks at the source. And unlike physical detoxes that can take weeks or months to show results, an energetic shift can happen instantly, creating immediate space for healing to begin. And I promise you, like, I've done this multiple times. I've done multiple in-person retreats, online retreats. For those who play full out, who, you know, engage and do the practices, everyone leaves feeling energetically different. You feel lighter, you feel more energized. And this also doesn't have to be, it is not, I'm not going to say it doesn't have to be, it is not re-traumatizing. All right. So sometimes people think of like this emotional work and they're like, oh, that's scary, which I totally get. I've had my traumas in the past as well and my wounds. But when we work this way, we're actually not, we're not pulling up like really, we're not reliving really painful things. We are working with the energies in our body. And so when we do this work, oftentimes there will be people who end up crying a little bit, or there's different ways to release. So burping and yawning are my two favorite ways. But some people giggle. Some people need to go to the bathroom. That's a great way, actually having a physical detox, which has happened multiple times. There's so many different ways of releasing. So you might start crying for like, and you're like, I don't know why I'm crying. And that's perfectly fine. You don't have to know. Like your body is literally releasing this blockage. And the same thing for, what was I going to say? For, like you might yawn all of a sudden. Like I almost feel like I need to yawn soon, which I might. There we go. That's a way of releasing as well. And it's funny because as I teach this, and my clients know this, I'll be talking normally, and then all of a sudden I'll go into some of the emotional energetic work, and all of a sudden I'm burping. And like I wasn't burping before. It's not like a physical thing. It's just literally me releasing the energy. And it's so amazing to witness and feel in yourself as well. And so again, these shifts happen instantly. And in the Holistic Detox program, I'll show you exactly how to create this detox, this energetic shift. I'm going to guide you through the process so you can experience it for yourself and you can actually learn it for yourself so that you can have it for a lifetime. And you can finally, with this, right, knowing how to utilize this, you can break free from the cycle of starting, stopping, right, diets or workouts or protocols, feeling temporarily better only to crash again. This is the power of it, that you get so aligned because, again, we are taking your foot off the brakes. We're letting the energy flow. And again, like our energetic body is this blueprint. So when it's blocked with old trauma, stress, limiting beliefs, physical healing fully can't come into play. So in the picture, we want to be on the right side, right, with the flowers. We don't want to be stuck with all the rocks. And again, that's what the Holistic Detox program is for. So we're going to talk about the alignment method next. And so this is how to easily connect with your body's healing intelligence, even if you've never done energy work before. And this is one of the biggest myths in health and wellness, is that healing has to be complicated or difficult. And many of us have been taught and conditioned to believe that we need to follow like all these crazy supplements and, like extreme detoxes and all this stuff to see results. But here's what I've discovered after working with hundreds of clients, that the most powerful healing happens when you simply remove the interference, the resistance, and you allow your body's innate intelligence to do what it naturally wants to do, heal itself, because our body innately wants to be healthy. Everything our body does, every sign or symptom is actually our body trying to get back to health. Let's let that sink in for a minute, because many of us may see our signs and symptoms as like a nuisance or our body showing us that something's wrong. No, it's our body trying to get back to health. How do we support it that way? And the thing is, right, the problem is that most people have lost connection with this innate healing intelligence. They've spent years ignoring their body's signals, pushing through fatigue, masking symptoms with medications, or following like one-size-fits-all health programs that weren't right for their unique needs. And this goes for all sorts of protocols and diets. I've worked with people who have been on, multiple diets, and myself, I have a protocol that I use, and then I weave in over 20 different diets depending on the person and what they need in that moment. And that changes. My personal diet changes season to season and year to year. Yours should too. Yours not just should, but yours needs to for health as well. So we're not doing something like one size fits all. This is about your personal journey. And that's the beauty of the Holistic Detox program, is when you go through the process, it is designed specifically so that what is meant to come up for you, what is alive for you in your health and wellness journey, will come up. It is designed specifically for personalization. And what happens is when we are disconnected, right, from our own body, it's like trying to navigate like a ship in a storm without a compass. We don't know what we're doing, right? We're second guessing every health decision. We're just going on Instagram and looking at like random suggestions and being like, oh, maybe that'll work. And then we wonder why we're not seeing results, why we're not having success with these things that we're trying. And then we feel frustrated. We feel frustrated, we feel stuck, we feel overwhelmed, we may feel helpless with the lack of progress. And again, the truth is that your body already knows exactly what it needs to heal. You just need to learn to listen to it, to understand, like decode what it's actually saying, and then align to support it for success. And again, in the Holistic Detox program, we go through the alignment method. It's a simple but powerful approach to reconnect with your body's wisdom and support its natural healing process. And this method works even if you've never done energy work before. It's not complicated. I guide through beginners all the time through it. You don't necessarily need to have a spiritual background. All is an open mind and a belief in a greater power than yourself. Or even if you consider yourself a total skeptic, because I was there as well, right? It can work for you as well. It's not about learning complex techniques. It's just about having an open mind and playing full out, going through the experience. And it's a practical, accessible way to restore the natural flow of energy in our body. And I do this seasonally for a reason, because I align my programs with the seasons, with the energy of spring coming in now. This is the time to do this work. Because when you're aligned seasonally, energetically, physically, mentally, and emotionally, healing happens naturally and effortlessly. You intuitively know, right, what food your body needs, what supplements if are needed, right? I go through decoding tools that I teach so that you know, right, how to support yourself. That's the gut health reset, for example, has a great one. What activities will energize you rather than deplete you, and what environments help you thrive. You're going to get so much insight into your personal life, again, on all aspects. So instead of forcing your body to comply with someone else's idea or protocol, right, you learn to co-create health with your own body's healing intelligence. And this is truly the missing link that makes all other health efforts more effective. So if you're already on a diet, right, and we release your energetic blocks, like, you're going to have so much more success with that. Same thing with weight loss. If you're already working out or, doing a diet or whatever it is, when we release the energetic blocks, I mean, everything quantum leaps. And it's something that you can learn to do in just one day through our program. So I would love to hear your experiences if you've already experienced this, because I know there may be some people watching. I don't see anyone here, but on Facebook, there may be people watching who have experienced the Holistic Detox program. And I know that the transformations that you guys have reached out to me with are absolutely unbelievable. And when we go through this process, right, it's so unique and so personalized. And that's the beauty, is that, there have been people who have had fertility challenges that now all of a sudden have brought a beautiful baby into the world, or people who have had like massive career shifts and like business shifts for the better from this work, digestive issues, again, mental health issues, emotional, like skin issues even have resolved. People have been able to sleep better. Like, there's so many things, energy levels. When people leave these retreats, these mini retreats, they feel lighter, they feel energized, they feel vibrant, they feel, oh, like they can do anything. And I want you to experience it for yourself as well. So now let's talk about the integration framework. And this is all about how to make your energetic shift last. All right. Because we don't want to do something that just shifts you for 5 minutes. We want something that's going to shift you for the long term. And this is where the integration framework really comes into play. Because let's face it, life may get busy, we may get stressed again. We need to have something to anchor us in and to come back to. And here's something that most health programs never address: what happens after the initial transformation, right? How do you ensure that your energetic shift and the healing it creates actually sticks? And this is where people get stuck in the cycle of temporary improvement, followed by, right, like this yo-yo or hamster wheel thing. And many people experience a breakthrough, they feel better for a while, and then they slowly slide back into old patterns and symptoms. And the reason this happens is very simple. They haven't been given the tools to integrate and anchor in and maintain that energetic shift in everyday life. Because again, let's be honest, like, life is full of challenges. We have busy schedules, we have families, we have all these things going on, and we have things that drain our energy. I mean, deadlines for work, etc., right? We have things that drain our energy. We may pick up things from people around us, from environments where we are, from social media and the news and all these things, right? And we get blocks back. So whether it's stressful work period at home, family demands, unexpected health challenges, or simply just like the fast pace of living that we're in now, right? Without a framework for integration, even the most powerful energetic shift will eventually be undermined by these everyday stressors. So that's why I've developed the integration framework. And this is a practical, sustainable approach to maintaining your energetic alignment, even when life gets busy or challenging. And this is where I empower you, because you're going to learn the skills to maintain this. And this framework isn't about adding more to an already full plate, which again, many of us have. It's about simple, effective practices that fit into your real life and help you maintain the energetic clarity that you've created. So in our holistic detox program, I'll show you how to implement this framework so that your energetic shift isn't just a one-time experience, but becomes your new baseline for health and vitality. And you're going to learn how to quickly clear new energetic blocks as they arrive, how to protect your energy in challenging environments, how to deepen your healing over time without having to constantly start over. This is what makes our approach different from other like cleanses, detoxes, or even other health programs. We don't just create a temporary shift. We give you the tools to maintain and build upon that shift for lasting transformation. Even if you've experienced initial improvements with other approaches, only to find yourself back at square one months later. This integration framework will show you how to make this time different, right? We're here for the long run. And this is what matters, because you can learn a whole bunch of things, right? But it's the implementation and maintenance that really gets you right from here, where you're getting like some success or a little bit of improvement, to here, to your success being, hey, my body is my ally and I've got this. My health is amazing. That's where we want you to be. All right. And we want to talk about the essential elements, right, for lasting health transformation, because we need to pull this all together, right, and talk about what this means for you and your healing journey. And we've discovered that true healing requires these three. So number one is an energetic shift that creates space for healing to begin. Number two is alignment with your body's natural healing intelligence. Your body knows. When we tap in and we start to understand and decode it, that is wisdom right there. And then a framework for integrating these changes into your everyday life. When you have all three of these elements working together, transformation isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Here's the challenge though. Most people try to piece these elements together on their own through trial and error, which can take years of frustration, thousands of dollars in wasted supplements and programs, and countless hours of research and confusion. I mean, I just recently worked with someone, and I mean, they did a really expensive health program, which was full of supplements. They said they spent thousands of dollars on supplements every month for months. And they're still stuck. They're not seeing improvement. And again, so many people actually, now that I think about it, recently especially, have been on all sorts of diets, right? Like carnivore. Carnivore is actually the big one that I'm seeing a lot. But if we don't know how to work with our body, how to decode our body and know how to support it through that process, like they're still stuck. And we need to know how to customize that to our healing experience and our healing journey. And this is where, again, you can go through trial and error, and you're not just wasting money, but you're wasting time. You're wasting valuable years and time of your life. Let's get you on the fast track, okay? Because we don't want you frustrated. We don't want you confused. We want you having clarity and confidence in your steps. And this is where the holistic detox program comes in. And so I've been talking about the energetic side of things. And so this is why I've created this. With the holistic detox program, the energetic shift component, which is the first session, is there to give you a clear, proven path to creating lasting health transformation through energetic detoxification. And the physical reset side is where we dive into powerful, safe, and effective physiologic detox for your physical body. So this isn't just another, again, supplement health program. It's a complete system for creating an energetic shift that allows your body to finally receive and integrate all the healthy things that you are already doing. So this program is powerful. I've done this in multiple formats, in person, online, and this is kind of the culmination of years of doing this process and fine-tuning it. So let me dive a little deeper into what is included in each of these sections and how this works, because the first part, right, is the energetic shift, where we're releasing what no longer serves us and opening the doors for true health. And then the second part is the physical reset. This is where we're going to support our body's natural healing pathways. So, right, what is included? Okay, what's included in the energetic portion? So first, you're going to get live, or that was a mouthful. You're going to get access to our live virtual holistic detox mini retreat. It is Monday, April 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And this is where the magic happens. In just a few hours, I'm going to guide you through a complete energetic reset using my proprietary radiant energy techniques. And if you can't join live, don't worry, you'll have replay access through May 31st. And with this process, it is so powerful. And this is where I say, as long as you play full out, as long as you engage and go through the practices, you will leave a different person. You are going to experience an energetic shift. And during this session, we're going to go through the exact radiant energy techniques that I developed on that beach in Florida, actually, where I made my own mini retreat for myself. We're going to go through the proprietary alignment process that helps you support your energetic detox physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You're going to experience the divine connection protocol that strengthens your body's innate healing intelligence and helps you tap in to the divine and the wisdom within. We're going to go through an energy clearing method that works even if you've never done energy work before, and the post-detox integration framework and resources that ensure that your shift sticks. This is accountability. This is, again, the resources for your success. But I don't want you just to facilitate an energetic shift and then leave you to figure out the rest on your own. That's why I'm also going to include, again, the integration framework with comprehensive email support and accountability to keep you on track, a private members area with additional resources for your journey, and then the complete framework for maintaining your energetic alignment long term. So if we were to break this down, right, because I have sold these separately in the past, the value, right, just for the mini retreat itself is a $397 value. Like, this experience is it, okay? This experience, you will leave a different person. Then the replay access has a $97 value, because the cool thing is once you learn these techniques, you can do them over and over. And the replay is just as powerful as if you were there live with us. Through quantum physics, your presence is felt and your energy is felt. And what ends up happening is that you can do this process for yourself multiple times until the replay is going to be taken down, and you've put in the reps so you know how to do this for yourself whenever you need to without me guiding you. Then you're also going to get integration email support and accountability, the private members area access, and again, the energetic shift that you're going to feel and that's going to transform your health. That is priceless. We can't put a price tag on that. So overall, it's a value of way over $850. But I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible experience true healing. That's why I'm doing this live. That's why I'm doing all these webinars and classes, because I want to get people experiencing this health transformation for themselves. When I experienced it for myself, I knew I couldn't keep this a secret. I knew I needed to get the word out. And if you share this video, I will be so grateful to you to help me get this word out as well. Share it with your friends, your family members, those who are ready to take back their health, to have their body as their ally in their corner, and to achieve like vibrant energy, health, and wellness in all aspects of life. And again, when we're talking about true healing, this isn't the kind that just looks good on Instagram. It's the one that feels good daily, where your life transforms. And my private clients invest thousands for personalized support, but I've distilled the core transformation into this accessible program. So for a limited time, you can join the holistic detox program, the energetic shift, for just $97. So literally that's less than a cost of a massage or a cart of supplements, right? That's probably not even going to work or help you. You can experience a complete energetic reset plus integration support. So this is where I recommend everyone starts. Get your energetic shift. From there, the ball gets rolling. Now, I will let you know that with all of my programs, you get the best price when you sign up live. This price is going to double the next day after. So April 15th, it's going to double. So if this resonates with you, if you're ready for your energetic shift, sign up for it live. You're going to get the best deal. You're going to have live access, Q&A, etc., all included in this process. Now, the second part, the physical reset, is an optional add-on. Now, obviously, highly recommended, because once you shift your energy, now we can do a physical detox that's actually going to work. Once you clear your energetic and emotional blocks, now your body can physically detox and release. So this is all about supporting our body's natural healing pathways. So you can upgrade to the physical reset session at a limited time discount that's available until it's available April 28th. I hope I have that date correctly. So this powerful add-on will take your healing to the next level. Okay, so again, we're talking about signs and symptoms that you have, what you've tried already, the energetic detox, and then the physical reset. It's going even higher. I can't fit on the camera. So this is, again, the powerful piece that's going to make it into your reality. Okay, it's going to build it, bring it into physical manifestation. So this is where you're going to take your healing to the next level after you've experienced and integrated your energetic shift. So in this session with the physical reset, you're going to discover the connection between your energetic blocks and your physical health. We're going to make that really clear, and you're going to have lots of amazing aha moments with that. We're going to customize detox practices specifically for your unique body and lifestyle. And we're going to dive into safe and effective and powerful detox options for the whole family, including kids. So there are ways that I present this in a way that you can pick and choose and decide how hardcore you want to go, or you can do some of the lighter ones, but this is something that you can literally implement for your whole family. And then we're going to go over how to be successful with your physical detox, no matter where you are on your journey. So again, this deep dive session is going to be available on April 28th, and it'll guide you through the exact physiologic detox techniques that have helped hundreds of my clients achieve profound healing. Now, with this, you also get a private one-on-one coaching session with me. So this alone is a $297 value, and we're going to not just go through what I call kind of like a health breakthrough format. We're also going to do an intuitive reading for you, where this is going to help identify your unique blocks. So especially from that energetic portion, whatever comes up for you during the guided practices, I'm going to be able to use that and intuitively let you know whether it's related to a certain organ that needs support, a detox pathway that needs to be cleaned or cleared, or maybe life changes that you're ready to release. So this intuitive reading is really powerful. Clients have absolutely loved this experience. And this is where, again, I get to tap into the divine and receive wisdom that is specifically for you. So with all this, you'll also have lifetime access to the program, with especially the physical reset. So this includes all future updates and expansions. So once you're in at this price, you get access to it for a lifetime and any updates that I make. And let me tell you, I revamp my programs on the regular. So what that means is that as there's updates, new things added, you're going to have access to all of that without having to pay anything else. Okay. So don't miss this chance for a comprehensive, personalized approach to your healing journey. Okay. This is an amazing value. And again, when you sign up for the energetic shift, you're going to have an option to upgrade right away to the physical reset. So this is your opportunity to get it at the best price that you can. Again, after April 28th, the price doubles. So take advantage of it now. Take advantage of it live. So let's talk about some questions, because people, again, are like, all right, this sounds great, but will it really work for me? And that's okay if you're thinking that. I understand the skepticism, because I was a skeptic myself as well. And especially energy work, I was like curious about it, but I was like, does this really work? Like, what is this? And that's why I wanted to share a few quick stories of what others have experienced with these techniques, because people experience this. Some have been really into spirituality, and some have been energy workers that have taken this program, and they've loved the experience because it's a little different flavor of energy work. I'm not trained in Reiki or any of the more mainstream practices. This is, again, something that I received with divine intuition and inspiration. So I've had everyone on the spectrum, from energy workers taking this to health practitioners, all the way to people who really didn't know anything about energy work. Like when I did the in-person sessions, people would bring their neighbors or their friends, and everyone had such a profound experience. As long as you're open to it, this is for you. So some of the things that I've heard often, and especially recently, like after doing the radiant energy techniques, wow, I feel so much lighter. I can finally take a deep breath. I've never heard anyone bring it together like this before. So that was specifically someone talking about the energy side with the physical side. I didn't think I'd have a physical detox from energy work. This is one that's actually interesting. So when we did these in person, I had a bathroom break, and I will have one during the online version as well. But during that in-person bathroom break, it was so interesting, because literally people went to the bathroom I have not peed that much ever. And it's literally just our body physically detoxifying. And there's some other minor ways that your body can have a physical detox from this work, but it is powerful. And it's just proof that working on energy, you can actually have physical shifts happen as well. And, these transformations are so common when we address the energetic foundations of health. This was someone else who recently did the holistic detox mini retreat. And literally, they are a health practitioner, a holistic health practitioner, and they still learned about strategies that they've never heard of before. It opened my eyes to available options that are not in the mainstream. Highly recommend Dr. Beata, who's looking for anyone looking for holistic and natural healing strategies. So this is, again, no matter where your level's at, especially if you're a practitioner, we need self-care too. And this is one of the most beautiful ways that you can do that for yourself. Now, these aren't isolated cases, right? These are the kinds of transformations I see regularly when people address these energetic foundations of health. And here's the really important part. If you're waiting until the perfect time, right, or when things slow down, or I'll have time when, if you're waiting for this time to address your health, you're letting precious time slip away. Because let's be honest, how many times have you said that? When was the first time that you said, oh, this isn't a good time to work on my health? Just be honest with yourself. How long ago was that? And how many times have you repeated that without actually taking action? How many years have you wasted potentially? How much extra suffering and physical signs and symptoms have you had when you haven't needed to? Because this is the truth, that energetic blocks don't disappear on their own. The longer they're there, the deeper they take root. And, again, we can have profound transformations really quick, but sometimes we need to work at a block multiple times, because sometimes when they're so deep rooted, it may take multiple times. It becomes a little harder to free it up and to heal. So now is your perfect time. If you're watching this, if this is resonating with you, sign up for the Holistic Detox program. The link is down below somewhere as well. So you do essentially have two choices, right? We always have choices. Number one is you can continue trying to force your health to improve with physical supplements and detoxes and diets and protocols, and continue ignoring the energetic elephant in the room. where you're just spending more money on these supplements that aren't working, following diets that leave you feeling frustrated, and wondering why you still just don't feel your best, why you've been in this loop. Or number two is that you can join me for this transformative experience that addresses the root of why your health efforts haven't worked. Finally, breaking free from the cycle of temporary improvements followed by relapse, right? You've been on that hamster wheel. You're doing the yo-yoing. The choice is yours, but I want you to know that I've made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. I've tested these techniques on hundreds of clients with everything from weight loss resistance to autoimmune conditions to unexplained fatigue. And now you get to skip the guesswork and go straight to what works. So if you're ready to experience a profound energetic shift that will transform your health from the inside out, click the button to join the Holistic Detox program. Start with the energetic shift and then move on to the physical reset. The live experience is happening Monday, okay, April 14th. Yes, April 14th. Spaces are limited to ensure that I can answer questions and provide personalized support. There's Q&A in that. And the price will increase the day after. So make sure that you sign up while it's live before the price doubles, because your energetic transformation and the physical health that follows is waiting for you. It is yours. It's already yours. You just have to take that first step. I can't wait to guide you through this powerful experience. So now this is the bonus for those who were live with me on Zoom. I'm going to just type a code into the chat here, and you get the Reclaim Your Innate Healing mini course for free. Okay, for those who are watching the replay, you're going to get a discount code as well. But for those who are live with me, you get it for free. This is a key piece in understanding emotional energetics, where we dive deeper into nervous system regulation. So this is your gift for hanging out with me live and for being here with me. If you're live on Zoom or live on Facebook, you needed to be here in Zoom with me. So you have to go ahead and register for the Spring into Health Masterclass. If you hop on in the next 2 minutes, you can still get that code. And so again, if you have any questions, I'm here for you. If you're, again, watching the replay or on Facebook, go ahead, put those in the comments. I don't see those now because I'm on Zoom. But go ahead, put those in the comments and I will come back around. You can also, when you sign up, you're going to get the emails. You can reply to those emails and let me know specifically, right? If you don't feel comfortable posting for everyone to see, like, what are your health challenges? What questions do you have about this? I'm here to support you. And as always, like, so much gratitude for you spending this time with me here and for choosing yourself, because this is an investment in yourself. Just spending a couple minutes watching this is an investment showing you that your health matters to you, that your body is your ally. You're showing yourself that you're here to support your body, your health. And you know that this radiance, this vibrant health, this energy is available to you. I know this, and I want you to feel that as well. This radiance is here for you as well. So as always, I'm wishing you all the best, wishing you radiance for you and your family, and I can't wait to guide you through the Holistic Detox program.